what you really need is
Yeah,
what?
what you're going to say
That's
to him.
script.
You need a
Exactly.
script.
You need to have the confidence, Gordon, that if you win and if you get them on the phone or in front of you, you got something compelling that you know that if they have half of a brain, they're going to say yes to you. So, Gordon, what does your script look like? I mean, if you don't know what to say and then you get them on the phone and then you just think winging it is going to work, I'm suggesting there's a better strategy than winging it, than just saying what comes off the top of your head. I think having an agenda like you'd like to do better financially, wouldn't you?
Yes.
What does that look like to you? Help me understand you, Jay. What does doing better financially look like for you and Dominique?
Gotta start, having a plan for retirement at least. I hear people
What
talk
age would you
about,
like to be financially independent?
um,
Old or young?
young for sure.
Have you ever calculated how much you need?
No, I haven't.
You think it'd be a good idea to know how much you need to do that?
I think so.
Well, why don't we do that right now?
Sounds good.
And then you have fun with the financial calculator. Anybody have fun with that? I have fun with it every day with people.
Yeah,
It's like the first, it's like my go-to have fun. It's like my play toy. I love playing with people.
love it.
I love showing them they need 1,000,005, a 2.7. Last night I was with somebody, they needed 4.5. I just loved it. I loved showing them what they need to do and letting them know how much they need to invest each month to get there. And if they don't, it's not going to happen. And if they do, how much joy and happiness and delight they can experience in their life by doing it, and how miserable it's going to be by not doing it. I love that conversation of helping them get a vision or a dream of financial freedom for their life, and then having every tool and opportunity at their disposal to take advantage of to make it happen. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Jay, are you, do you own your home or do you rent your home?
We own.
You own? Okay, nice. Beautiful. Are you in your dream home?
Definitely not.
What I would suggest, if you're not in your dream home, when was the last time you and your wife, Dominique, got in your car, drove around to the area in town that you'd really like to live in, and looked at the homes that you'd really like to have, to like a home that you'd really like to have? When was the last time you went shopping for the home of your dreams, Jay, and did the math on what it would require to purchase it?
Before we settled on this townhouse, so that's probably about 5 years ago.
Okay. So, what I would suggest, if you're not in your dream home, the first thing you would want to do to achieve your dream home is what?
Having had my dream, figure out what
Go
my
get
dream home was like.
specific.
Yeah,
How much does it cost? What kind of down payment do you need? What would be the monthly payment, right? Because the only reason you're not in your dream home is why?
I haven't made a decision to yet.
Because you don't have the money, right?
Yeah, we
So
can't.
if it's a money problem, all you got to do is do what? Okay, I could keep going, but Gordon, why don't you share
Solve the
your
money
script? Because then
problem.
I can come back and I get their dreams, what they want, get a monthly amount, and then I can take that income needed to hit their dreams, and then we can analyze their job, career, what they're making, and see if it's possible or not, and then do the invitation. How important are these goals and dreams to you, Jay?
Very important.
And you can't make the money to accomplish them doing what you're doing. Is that right?
That's right.
My bad. My service is definitely tripping.
And you can't make the money to accomplish them doing what you're doing, right?
Right.
So if there was a way to accomplish it, you'd want to do it. Is that true?
That's true.
Okay. And if you want to be successful in that business, do you know the 3 steps to success?
No, I don't. What are
Would you
they?
like to know them?
Definitely.
Okay, step number one is you need to find somebody successful in what you want to succeed in. Number one, find the person who's winning. Number two, you want to study them, find out how they're winning. What are they doing? What do they think? How do they invest their time? What are they doing to win? And if then you study them and find out what they do, and then if you do those same things, what will happen to you, Jay?
I had the same success.
You have the same success. Would you agree with those three steps?
Yes, sir.
If you want to be a broke drunk alcoholic, if you found a broke drunk alcoholic and you studied them, number two, found out what they did to become a drunk broke alcoholic, and you did the same things they did, what would you become, Jay?
Definitely a drunk, broke alcoholic.
If you did that 10 times, how many out of 10 times would you end up being a drunk broke alcoholic if you live the lifestyle of a drunk broke alcoholic?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Well, guess what, Jay?
What?
It's the same thing with success.
Ooh.
If you found somebody physically fit and you did everything they did in terms of nutrition and workout, and you did the same thing, what would happen to you, Jay?
Same success.
You'd get physically fit, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
If you found somebody successful in making pizzas and you found out exactly why their pizza was so good and how they made it, and you got the ingredients and you got the recipe and you followed that recipe, how would your pizza taste, Jay?
Amazing.
And if you, and we're in the money business, if you found out what successful people do in the money business, Jay, you found some people that were successful, you found out what they did, and then you did the same things, what would happen to you, Jay?
Success, baby.
And you want more success, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And the only reason you're not having it is why?
I don't know how.
You don't know how. Okay. Well, guess what's coming up on the 18th of October, right? Oh, October.
I've been praying of a way how.
We got a business, what do we call the thing?
Business event.
We got a leadership conference, a business conference, and we're going to have our best people. And one of the guys is $1 million earner. You'd like to make $1 million, right, Jay?
Yes, sir. I
What's
will.
the first step to making $1 million? Let's see if you've been paying attention.
I soon get around someone who's making $1 million to find.
Yeah, right, man. You get around, you study someone making $1 million, you do what they do. Guess what's going to happen to you, Jay?
Hey, I'm gonna make my $1 million too.
You might even be better than him.
Let's go.
Okay. So can I ask you a question, Jay?
Sure, man. Shoot
Do
away.
you have anything going on Saturday, October 18th, more important than you figuring out how to solve your financial problems, grow your income so you can achieve your most important goals and dreams? You got anything more important going on that Saturday than that, Jay?
No.
All right. That's my invite.
That's it, man.
That's my
Funny,
script.
I'm a student and, been working with Christian for years. So I must confess this morning, start out with a confession. I've lived my life with these notepads and then I lose the notepads or I don't transfer the information. So I'm looking for a script and it's in a notepad somewhere, probably written down 20 times. And then also we start construction in 2 days on our kitchen and their whole house is ripped apart. And so it's a nightmare. So that's my excuse. But it's funny that Christian started that because I'm laughing because I'm a student of Christian. I wrote down these bullet points before he started. So this is my script. The first thing is, would you like to do better? Do you want this end of this year to be better than the end of last year? Do you want the next 12 months to be better than the last 12 months? Where are you at in life? That was my first point. Do you want to do better? Yes or no?
All right. That's it.
You ain't helping them who don't want to.
And then my second point, I wish I could, because this is before you said anything. It was like, well, steps to success. Study broke people. If you copy all your friends and family and you copy all the people around you that are broke, what are you going to end up? You're going to be broke. And then what if you find somebody, if there was somebody that could get involved with, you could be involved with them in your life, and they've made millions, and they make millions a year, would that improve your quality of life? Would your life change by getting a friend group of ultra uber successful people? Because I want them to get into the group. Could you, if your friend, hey, have you ever heard you become like the people you hang around? My mom gave me hell years ago because I started going to the smoking pit in middle high school and I started smoking cigarettes. Why? Because I'm around smokers. My mom was furious. She kicked my ass. Why? Because I'm hanging around the wrong kind of people.
Right.
Is it true you hang around? So you want to hang around the right kind of people? Yes, I do. And then the next thing was, well, look, if you had an opportunity, and that was just leading in, if you had an opportunity to study somebody that's gone from zero to hero, that's gone from music director, teacher, broke, like most people, to becoming a multimillionaire, would it make sense to get in front of that person and study that person? And would you suggest people that you know get in front of somebody like that in success stories and get in that kind of group? Absolutely. Get them to say, yes, I would recommend other people do that. And then if you have obstacles, because there's always obstacles. You ever try to get something done and there's challenges in your life and there's somebody stopping you and what do you tell somebody that's got obstacles they got to overcome? Overcome the obstacles. Well, here's the obstacle and here's the date. What are you doing? And I got into the date. It's what are you doing on the 18th of October? It's only a couple weeks out. I'm sure you already got something in the calendar. I'm sure you got a birthday party. I'm sure you got the Costco runs. Major obstacles in your life. You got to go to the kids, basketball game. But what do you recommend somebody do if they want to change their life? Do they overcome the obstacles or do they just let the obstacles win?
Overcome the obstacles, baby.
Overcome the obstacles. So what obstacles do you have and what would prevent you from coming to an event like that on the 18th of October if it's within a drive? All you got to do is get there.
I love the question. What do you have going on more important Saturday morning than you learning how to get debt free or finding a way to make the money to invest the money so you can achieve your financial independence, or you can make enough money to educate your kids that you're not doing now, or you can go from renting your apartment and making your landlord rich to true home ownership, where not only can you have the pride of ownership, you can have tax deductions, you can build equity, and you can have a temporary payment once it's paid off. You would like to have no rent or mortgage payment, right?
Yeah.
What do you got going on more important that Saturday than learning how to do that?
That's a great question. Fantastic question. And so guys, do some bullet points. Get your pen and paper out. You know what to say now. If you need to watch the recording on this, watch the recording. It's not that complicated. It's about 5 or 6 points you got to make.
Now, Gordon, what if somebody on here doesn't have, like, we've both made millions in this business. What if somebody doesn't feel like they have the credibility, or they're afraid somebody's going to ask them, well, how long you been doing it? Or how are you doing in it? How much money have you made?
Yeah.
How does a person who doesn't have that track record, let's say, or confidence, how do they handle that?
Well, and I hear you, Christian, and I know what you're saying. You want to know exactly what I've done in the business to measure whether you should be at this event. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But what does what I have done in the business have anything to do with what you could do in the business? Could you be totally different? I mean, I think that's the bottom line, is you can't just look at my success. So let's say I've been wildly successful. Does that mean you're going to be wildly successful?
No.
So don't get locked in on me and my story. Get locked in on the idea of being around people that have lots of stories. And then you might find your story in that story.
Tony, that's good, Gordon. What would you say to somebody who, like, if you were new and you didn't have the success that you have right now, if you hadn't made millions, and somebody says, let's say you're new, and somebody said, well, Tony, how long you been doing it?
Well,
how much money have you made? How much money have you made at
I haven't done nothing.
Okay, so how would you
the
answer
Tom
that?
Hopkins talk about selling the hired people. What you do is the first step is to make a list who you're inviting and go and discuss.
Just overcome the objection. How are you doing, Tony? I mean, are you making a lot of money? You changed your life yet?
No, I'm not. No. I'm working with somebody who's showing it to me, but no, I'm not doing it right now.
Okay, somebody asked me, Shonda.
And so you would say something like, can I ask you a question? Do you always measure your success by how successful someone?
No, I'm saying ask me.
Oh, well, let me ask you, I mean, how have you been doing? Have you changed your life? You made millions, have you done all of these things?
No, I haven't yet, but that's why I'm going to the event.
Mhm.
because this guy makes $1 million a year and I don't know everything he knows. That's why I'm going to get in front of him with a pad and a pencil to take some serious notes. And then I'm going to leave that event better and smarter and wiser, and then take it and then one day become like him. Can you think of any reason why you wouldn't do the same thing?
No.
Mm.
How about that, Raina?
I was about to say that.
I know you were about to say that. I knew. I could read your mind.
I know. I know.
No, I haven't done it yet. That's why I'm doing it. And you haven't done it yet either. That's why you should go and take notes like I am. Would you agree?
Or you could just have
Yeah.
you call for them.
Huh?
You could just call you and say, "Hey, I have somebody I want you to talk to."
Oh, then you're ruining my life.
No, I'm not saying
I'm
you.
just
I'm saying
kidding.
anybody could reach out to.
Well,
their
and what do you
friends.
look-
Yes.
You could also
Matt,
bring them
We
tonight,
can all,
because-
I'm going to help. We're going to get him on tonight. We're having Rob Davis on tonight. We're going to go
Yeah.
over this tonight. I'm going to ask him, Rob, how do you grow attendance? Is attendance important? Should people come? What are you going to teach, Rob? And he's going to go over it. He's going to be on our Zoom tonight.
And that's exactly what I'm using.
I was going to say,
For
get them
tonight.
people there tonight.
Right.
What did Leticia
But
say to
Matt,
you, Coach?
but the training, Matt, is I want everybody. Look, your goal is what, Matthew?
20 people.
Huh?
20 people there.
Hey,
Okay,
Christian.
I don't mean that. I mean, your goal is to become an independent leader,
Oh yeah.
a
Yep.
competent role model, somebody who knows how to do it. That's why
Right.
I'm doing this training. So all of you I want you all equipped. So you don't need anybody to build your business. I don't need Bruce. I don't need Larry Weidel. I don't need the company. I'm equipped. I got trained. I want you to be trained. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Gordon.
Absolutely.
And I don't know that like I said, his story was, and I don't know it clearly enough. I'd like to know it a little bit more clearly because I think it's very inspiring. So I don't know if you can get him just to say in a
Good
quick
idea.
couple minutes, hey, I was a music guy. I was a friggin' did all the right things like so many people, music guy, teacher, and now I've made $10 million in this business that I had no clue what the hell it was.
That's right.
So come listen to my damn story. Come listen, learn.
That's right.
I think that's so powerful. This guy is, talented in the musical world. I have no skill in music. I can't even sing. Lots of respect for people that are good in music.
Hey, especially in our African American communities too, man. Having a couple like this, I think they're the fifth African American $1 million earners in the company. So it's like this is stuff that most of us aren't used to in our environment as well. So it's like this is the stuff that we got to be selling to our people as well. Do you know anyone else who's making $1 million? Who's willing to show you how? I always think about what Christian said, what the lady said to him at the bar. Christian didn't give a damn about what she was. You didn't ask her how she was doing, did you, Coach? You just looking for
No.
an opportunity.
That never occurred to me.
So
I could care less how she was doing. I
I
was thinking about what?
yourself. You look
How am
like
I doing?
right.
I ain't doing good. I have no pride. I have no ego. I'll go check something out. I'll go take a look.
And everybody we talk to, that's all they're thinking about too. They're only thinking about them. So we don't need to be even worried about what they're going to say to us or what we could think they're thinking about us because they're thinking about them. And if you present that situation like they want to change their life, now you got their attention. So now they need to listen.
That's it.
If you keep the spotlight on them and what they want,
You always find it.
and then what they must do to get what they want, business is simple. You got to take you out of the equation. It's not about you. It's about them. 100% helping your clients get what they want. It's 100% helping your associates, your teammates get what they want. If you just live your life in that way of helping people, of being a assistant, a friend, a servant, a coach, a mentor, a consultant, That's what this is about. And people need coaches, true or false.
True.
And they need people to take an interest in them. They need people to care about them. They need people to notice them. They need people to get involved in their life. So many people are lonely, all alone, and nobody's helping them. Nobody cares about them. In a dog-eat-dog world, do you really think your job, if you're an employee, do you really think your company cares about your future?
Hell no.
Wants you to achieve financial independence? Is worried that you're renting and they're trying to help you be an owner?
Bills don't matter.
It don't matter. And people going to get laid off, AI, grow old, get more expensive for a company. Companies lay off the old people, hire the young people. The young people do the same job for less money. It's just, and whole life is a ripoff. And people, 50% have no money and debt's at record levels. Most people can't afford to buy a house, a car, a decent car.
It's bad no matter how you look at it, man.
Exactly. Okay.
No matter how you look at it.
And I'm not saying maybe this is not the answer for you. Maybe it's not, Tanisha. But can I ask you a question? Oh man, she left. Oh, there she is.
I'm still here.
Tanisha, maybe
Yeah.
this isn't for you. Okay. But can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You need to make more money, right?
Right.
So how are you going to do it if not this?
I don't know.
You don't know. So I don't know means what?
That's the reason why I should try.
This is good right here. This I don't know means you don't have a way to make the money, right?
Correct.
So if this is a way, you would agree this is a way, right?
Correct.
So if this is a way to earn more money and you need and want to make more money and you don't have a way to make more money, what do you think you should do when you only have one way to do it?
Just focus on the one way.
Take advantage of the one way, right?
Yes.
And if you get involved in the one way, if 6 months, 12 months down the road, you find something better, what do I recommend you do?
Do that. Sorry.
Do that, right?
Yeah.
And then by doing that next thing, you will be even wiser of having tried something, because you'll then have a financial education, some leadership, some people skills, some sales, you're going to learn a lot of things working with us that if you don't do it, you won't learn. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
And every time you try something, even if it doesn't become greatly successful, it is successful because it's how you get an education, by trying and doing things, true or false. If you never try or never do anything, you're never going to grow, right or right?
Right.
Okay, we can continue on. I'll see you guys tonight.